And I want to thank Buzz Cutler, our producer, for that wonderful theme music. You're once again watching the Rowdy.com Big Three alongside Buck Fever.
I am Buck Fever. These are the three burning issues.
Who am I?
You're Bassmasters.
Thank you for letting me get that in.
Three burning issues in NASCAR today at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, the next race we head to.
Well, issue number one, Buck Fever, has got to be what? Are you drawing a blank on me here?
Okay, issue number one. My issue is the very first pit stop. This is a super fast track. It's the fastest track in NASCAR. I mean, we get around this thing in, what, 4 seconds?
It's more like 29, Buck, but it's close to 4.
The point is, you can get lapped really quick, and when you come in for that very first pit stop, if you're running like junk, if you're running like the 48 ran last week, you got to fix your car. And if you don't fix your car, you're going to get lapped in a hurry. So those first couple pit stops, I'm going to look for what guys are doing to their car and how they're changing their setup.
Well, you know what? You'd rather be in a fast race car towards the back of the pack because the track is also wide, Buck, which means you can pass people. And that's what racing is all about, isn't it? Passing people.
Shocking.
I'll tell you what I'm going to look for is how the race cars change during the course of a run. We've seen it before. We have comers and goers during a full fuel run. Guy might be fast on new tires, not so fast on old tires. I think, Buck, you want to set up for the longer run so that at the end of a run, you're fast. Now, everyone's going to slow down, Buck, but some people won't slow down as much as others, and that's the kind of position you want to
So
put yourself in.
you're looking at Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt Jr., these kind of guys that are always good on the long run.
And you know, the 48 car should be good on the long run. Greg Biffle was good on the long run last week, and of course we got to look at Carl Edwards. How's he going to do without Bob Osborne?
Well, without that reservoir cap off, I think he's not going to do that well. He didn't test very well here, so I don't think Carl is going to be phenomenal. Maybe a top 10, but I'm worried about him. He lost his chief, and he's got that cap on full.
All right, those are our two issues. Our man in the street, Jerome Buzz Cutler, has got some thoughts from the people here in the big city. Cutler, take it away.
Thank you, Bassmasters. Yes, I am here in the big city, the big rainy city, and I believe it's raining in Atlanta as well, which means I have to cross Bernie Lamar off my list of probable race winners. So I'm going to ask some of the passers-by here who they think might win this weekend's race in Atlanta. Maybe I'll take the hint. There's a guy.
I actually don't know who's racing.
Okay, I'm going to move you out of the way, and I'm going to step over here. Who's going to win the race this weekend in Atlanta?
I'd say Jeff Gordon, just because he's the only race car driver I've ever heard of.
You know, and surprisingly enough, that's a pretty decent pick.
All right.
All right. You want to come talk NASCAR with me on camera for a minute? That's all right. I don't know anything about NASCAR either, and I talk about it all the time.
Jeff Gordon.
Terry Labonte. I'm not sure I can name one, sorry.
All right, so we've got a Jeff Gordon and a Terry Labonte. All right, thank you, ladies. Appreciate your help. Terry Labonte isn't running in Atlanta this weekend. Okay. Oh, look, she just walked by. I even know her, and she just walked by and ignored me completely. This weekend's NASCAR race is in Atlanta at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Who are you going to pick to win?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe Juan Pablo.
Juan Pablo Montoya. Gutsy call.
Dale Jr.
Dale Jr. Your girl?
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. Not bad picks. All right, call your girl, and if she thinks you're wrong, come back and let me know. Okay, so let's review the picks we have. We've got a Jeff Gordon. We've got a couple of Jeff Gordons. We've got a Juan Pablo Montoya, a Terry Labonte, a Jimmy Johnson, and a Dale Jr. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and cross Terry Labonte off the list. I think Juan Pablo can probably be put off to the side as well. So we've got Junior, Jeff, and Jimmy to go. I think I'm going to go with Dale Earnhardt Jr. He has been carrying the flag for Hendrick Motorsports up until this race. He's fast at this track. I see the 88 in victory lane. All right, that's it from the big city, the big rainy city. Back to you guys at Rowdy World HQ, Buck and Bass.
All right, Cutler, thank you very much. I'm not sure that was a very intelligent pick, but thank you for trying. Now, Buck, I have won the last 2 weeks.
Oh, not again.
Well, I have, and I'm sorry. It's a lucky streak.
It is a very lucky streak.
I'm going to let you go first this week
thanks.
with your official pick.
Christian charity here. All right. I got to go with the 48. They were miserable. It's like they fell off a log last week. They were just horrible. So Chad Knaus, Jimmy Johnson, they don't make mistakes twice. I got to believe they've been up countless nights trying to figure out what went wrong in Vegas. They pull it in victory lane. They get back in the hunt. The 48 Jimmy Johnson is your Atlanta winner. Book it.
I gotta believe that they have figured out what went wrong. You know they have. We haven't heard what it is.
Something
so
went wrong.
They're gonna bounce back. I mean, they couldn't figure it out during the race, but I'm sure they figured it out by now. He's going for 3 in a row at the track. Carl Edwards is the guy I'm gonna go with, Buck, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't think losing Bob Osborne for this one race is gonna hurt him that much. And I personally don't think that oil tank reservoir thing
come on.
was the key to his victory last week because he won at California.
Oh, please.
And the other Roush cars were doing just fine
They were-
without that little bit of help.
They were doing fine, and he got a lot of help called cheating.
Anyway, we know Carl runs this track very well. He won here back in 2005. I'm going to go with Carl Edwards. You've got Jimmy Johnson. Cutler, God only knows about your pick. All right, that's it for the Rowdy pre-race edition, and we'll be back Monday with our thoughts on the Cobalt Tools 500.